It's an introductory video on how to install the Transbrake that we're going to be selling here soon. First things first, disconnect the battery. The wire going inside for the Transbrake button goes through a little grommet down here. Right beside the battery, there's usually a little rain drip shield down there. You can move it out of your way for temporary to run the wire through there. Run all the way up here, over here, to the section right here, which is where we'll put the relays. This is the kit you'll be getting. It's going to look a little bit different once we get it wrapped all up and better looking. It'll come pre-assembled with a fuse. It's going to take a 5-amp fuse to go straight here to the jump battery box. There'll be a set of wires, two sets of wires color coded. Right now I'm using red or blue and pink, not red but blue and pink. One set will be heat shrink together. The other side is going to go to the transmission side of the harness. This is going to go to the PCM side of the harness. These will not be heat shrink together, they'll be floppy. You have to make sure you put these two wires on the transmission side, these two wires on the ECM side. The black wire is the ground, which is going to come from the Transbrake wire that will connect to the wire around to the firewall. There's going to be a top connector here. You can disengage it, pull it out, take a little screwdriver, pop these edges up, take this off. There'll be a little bit of tape right here, you just slit it. This is also taped in here, slit the tape so you get easy access. The two wires you're going to be looking for, I believe, is 44 and 45. You can have a gray with an orange tracer and a green with a almost looks like green and white tracer. So these are going to be the two wires you cut open. I'm going to solder these. I recommend soldering. The kits will come with heat shrink terminals since some of you don't know how to solder. So let me get these soldered together and we'll come back for the second part of the video. Remember I said there's two groups of wires. So right now I have one side of blue wire going to the green and white tracer and the other side going to the green and white tracer on the transmission side. Make sure you put these wires on the same side on both sides of the harness. One. All right, now we have the red wire coming off the relay junction box going to the fuse panel here on this stud. There will be a fuse included. I'll also submit a fuse with it. It's going to be a 5 amp fuse. Don't put anything higher than a 5 amp fuse in there. It's plenty big enough for this circuitry since it's running off a ground circuit. The black wire that we had coming off, these will always be red and black. I'll never change the colors on these. The other primary wires may change. Just remember, I will have the ones that's going to the transmission side heat shrink together. The other two will be laying bare. Then you go same color, like blue needs to go on green and green on both sides of it. This is the Transbrake wire that goes into the inside of the car. It's going to be on the black wire. Alright, I've already predetermined the locations. The guy I'm putting this one in wants the green button, so it'll light up green. Most of you guys won't light up. It'll be a 2-prong switch instead of a 3-prong switch. It's easier to hook up that way. This will be a kill switch, so when it's on, you can hold this toggle switch, that'll activate Transbrake. You just let it off and go and turn it off. Like I said, I'm a soldering guy, so all my terminals on this thing. Like I said, this one's going to have 3. He's going to have a power going in here. You guys don't need to worry about that. You'll have the ground coming in one side of it, going out to the switch. This wire here will come like this. This will go to the red wire that came from the relays, which is now here. Ran up through the dash, ran along the side of the console. You'll attach the other wire, ground, here to the emergency brake. Down here. Open that little cover. So basically you're going to take this ground wire, you run it to one side of the switch, the kill switch. The other side of the kill switch will come off of and go to your push button. This one is going to hook to your Transbrake wire. Once you find the hole in the outside of the firewall, you want to push a flathead through there so you can run the wire through here. This is the wire coming through here. There's a grommet, poke a hole in the grommet so it doesn't touch any metal. You run it through the dash, zip tied up here up under the dash, and run it along inside the console. The wire's here. I'm trying to make some boxes soon. As of right now, you zip tie it right here. Just a wiring harness. All the wires are already hooked up. Everything's ran, like I showed you guys previously. Once you put the cover back on, you can no longer see it. It's completely hidden. As long as you have wire loom or black litho tape, you can color code the wires. It looks like it's factory, so it's not very obvious that you have it at all. Alright, so everything's hooked up right, hopefully. Turn the toggle switch on, drive, hold the button, let off the brake, it's holding on, it's on. Get my other foot up here so you can see it. I always get about 2,500 RPMs out of his. Release and then you go. Well, it's all started up. Everything's connected correctly. As you can see, you really can't see anywhere it's at. Really tied into anything. That's the whole point of it. Do as clean as you can, guys can, and it'll be clean like this. This car has ported manifold, long tube headers, BK off-road X pipe, axle backs. I ported and port matched the intakes and ported the throttle body. Take it out on the road here in a minute and see how high we can get it up. We're going to test out the trim brake, see how high we can get on this car. Activated. Got that almost 26. So there you go. Depending on the car, horsepower, and what you got done, looking anywhere from 2,000 to 2,600. I think mine was at 2,600 before I went install, and it seems like Tower's about up there where I was at. So